Hi, it's me, Lady Tyra, here to do a general message. Now, it's a possibility that you guys may see this video, after I had to redo it. And the reason why I had to redo this video because I realized that the volume was not on the whole video of the last video. So seeing things from a different perspective was really seeing things from a different perspective because it was three different sections. The three different sections was the woman and her husband, or the woman and her man, or the woman and her baby daddy. Okay, it was him and her, him and the Kylie and the group of people that was watching. Okay, so most definitely, the message was amazing because I'm going to tell you what I received. So there was a man that was working with a very toxic group of people. I was shown there was a bunch of trolls. These people was probably very jealous of a man's promotion or a badge that he was going to receive. Now, the badge could be representing that he may be in some kind of authority over these people, or they didn't want him to be some kind of authority over them or whatever. But it go beyond of what the promotion was all about. It could have been a raise. I feel as though it was more of a raise than it was a badge because it was a promotion. So I feel like when these individuals at this man's job, it was a business place, when these individuals discover or found out that this man was going to receive some kind of reward or some kind of blessing, they was aware that if he got out of line or if he got out of character, that he was not going to receive some kind of reward, some kind of blessing. So there was attack. They was attacking his character. They was doing things that was just not right. Right?
Can you close the door?
You can. I somehow feel like I somehow feel like this man in the story, um, when he was under attack, I feel like he could have went towards some authority figures. And I believe these authority figures, there was two different authority figures because there was different sets of people. There was authority figures, meaning there was the cops involved, and there was also people at the church involved. I believe that the people at the church that was involved was helping him to understand to stand your ground in spiritual warfare, because it could have been he was attacked spiritually, and he was also attacked where they was trying to get him to fight physically with them. And I believe that him standing his ground was to show them that I'm bigger than this. I see where this man could have ended a contract or cut a contract that he was in, dealing with some folks that was in a business deal with him or whatever. Very toxic people. And I seen also that whatever this man was going through at his job or his workplace, he could have took those immature emotions and he could have brought it into his relationship with his partner. And maybe, him and his partner could have got on bad times or had a argument because his behavior towards her that he was going through with the people at his job. So I seen also that, he had to heal. This man had to heal from some things that he went through with some colleagues. Like I said, there could be people praying for this man, or he may be going back to church. There's a lot of information. I just tell you, it was a really good message because I seen where this gentleman, it could have been a standoff where him and another person could have been like face to face, because the face to face was that people assumed they was gonna fight. Maybe him standing his ground was like, oh, they're about to fight. Let's call the cops. I believe there was cops involved. I believe people could have called the cops. I believe people was watching, sharing uh, videos of these two men having a situationship or whatever on the job at the business place or whatever. I believe it was really crazy. And like I said, this man accepted a lesson. I seen that he accepted the lesson. He's done with it. You know what I'm saying? Um, when I say done, he's really done. He may, like I said, I feel like he may be right now in a healing process of his life, of what happened. I believe this man is receiving his rewards. I believe that he received the promotion. I also believe that there was people on his job that wanted his position, that wanted his spot, and that could have been what they was trying to do, get him to lose his spot, his position, so they could probably have it or whatever. So the most um, biggest part for the woman, I feel like, she was his wife, his baby mama, his girlfriend, whoever the woman is in the Queen of Cups energy. I somehow believe that she's a very sweet woman. She's a good woman. And she probably was trying to figure out, like, what did I do to him to make him act like this towards me? It had nothing to do with you at all. That behavior that he was showing came from a situation that he was having at his job, and he could have brought those emotions into the house or to the relationship to make you feel as though it's your fault. But he will be coming back around to make things up, make things better. He want to make things right with you and him, but it's going to take a little time before he come towards you, because there are some things that he have to heal from or go through or whatever it is. I think something could be very spiritually going on in his man life. Maybe he may be getting connected with God. Maybe the position that he's in, the new position, maybe the new position that he's in now, it's recommended for him to have a relationship with God, because I did see prayer and I did see covenant. You know what I'm saying? Um, there's two different authority figures here, which is the cops, and there could be people at the church that's involved with this situation, because it could have got to where the community was very like watching this thing go down like popcorn. That was the people in the community watching, or the people on the job were watching like it was popcorn. They share information on social media. This could have been a real big thing. And I somehow questioned this message about, what if it was someone that me and you really know in a very higher up position that went through this? Because the big picture was that somebody at somebody's job was a jackass. Sorry to tell you. There are some people at your job is just a big jackass. They're trolls. You know what I'm saying? They want your spot. And they'll do anything to get you to lose your spot, because they feel like you don't deserve the reward, the badge, or the promotion, or the raise. So this is where you have to go to God in prayer and pray about it, or get someone at the church to help you get through it. But I feel as though the reason why the cops got involved, because there was somebody at the job or somebody in the community assumed they was going to get really bad. I seen something about staying near, um, sticking to your guns, and I seen metal detectors. So there could have been some weapons that was involved, or whatever. It could have got really bad. Um, I'm just going to close this message out by saying this, that I believe that this masculine, he will become the man that the woman need him to be. I just feel as though that he spent a lot of time at his job. He could have been investing in a lot of things at his job. Maybe he was not able to give you or be the man that you need him to be, because he was spending time at his job trying to get a promotion or a raise. And he almost, it seemed like to me, he could have lost his wife, he could have lost his woman, and he could have, but God did not let it happen. So I'm just going to give you a heads up to all the women in the building, that the big picture also is that within time, he will come back around and he will be your king of cups. This is your king of cups. He went through some things at his job, and it was very, very, very crazy. And he, maybe one day he may talk to you and tell you the truth. I don't think this man told his woman, his wife, the truth about what really happened, about why. Well, I'm gonna say he didn't tell her the real reason why he was acting very immature in his emotions. It had nothing to do with you. But I know one thing, that this man gonna have a lot of money, because this message could go on to where something could have happened in the court system, where he received some kind of justice dealing with a business situation. He was approved. This man is approved for something very beneficial. So until next time, I hope this message will clear the last message that I was trying to put out there. The volume went off. I don't know how that volume went off or whatever, but hopefully this will clear the air about the different perspective. So until the next time, have a wonderful and blessed Wednesday. Bye.